Hey, I'm McBee and I Brick, and welcome to another edition of the Lego, or I'm kidding, to my vlog. So, basically, I'm going to keep this going on. I do sort of appreciate the questions and stuff like that that come from you guys about how I'm doing with keeping up with the shame pile and how I kept up with this week's stuff. So that's cool. I dig that. That's good to have a little bit of that push on there, for me at least, because that really helps me keep on it. As long as I don't overload myself with trying to do way too much, I'm usually good to go. But I'm pretty happy to say that I was not able to complete the entire putting away, but it is all at least sorted in trays, and it's down to the last 205 lots to be put away, like the last $100 of it. So not that bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but that's also because I had help from the little man who decided that that was his style of parting out and sorting, and he wanted to hang out this weekend. So that was really cool, and he did a massive amount of work on that, and he'll be rewarded with this poly bag here, because I can't sell it because it's got a corner ripped out of it. Even though all the pieces are in here, and I know all the pieces are in here because I got it and I accidentally ripped the corner off it. I can't sell it, so I'm going to give it to him. He'll enjoy it. Anyways, that's his pay for parting out that set. I did have to bring in professional help on it. So, and I've decided that I would go wholeheartedly into the rest of the shame pile. And for anybody that's watching the video that doesn't understand or know what the shame pile is, about 2-3 years ago, I was going a little hog wild on Bricklink and placing far too many orders. I say, some say no, and they welcomed them. I say I was placing way too many looking back in retrospect, because I've got the shame pile. And I could not keep up with putting them away. And these were items, for the most part, except for this last week, from trusted sellers that I had bought in for before, that I knew weren't gonna, I wasn't gonna get screwed over on anything. So like there's a couple cool kid brick boxes in there and stuff like that from his store. But anyways, I probably have well over 100,000 items underneath my stairs in old Bricklink orders, probably closer to 250,000 elements under my stairs, in boxes and bags still, and you'll see me open another one tonight, from old Bricklink orders that I never put away. And big thing with the seller stream is the guys are talking about working their shame pile, and their shame pile is old sets that they have accumulated that need to be parted out. Mine is old Lego orders from Bricklink that need to be put away. So, and there you have it. But Gator Bricks is saying Sunday, and basically on that one, there's probably never going to be a Sunday haul again. One, because now we no longer have our own home. We're living in a townhouse, so there's very close proximity neighbors, and it would be really weird to try to accumulate that many boxes to be able to do one of those. And two, it was bad press, man. It was bad press. So what is fun for some is obscenity for others, and misunderstanding if you don't know the content or context. So it was bad advertising. And I do enjoy doing them with my son, because it's a lot of fun to ham it up with him, like him being like, hey, just wait a minute, let me go get my headphones or my ear defenders. Like it was really fun to do that stuff with him and interact and do the videos with him. And now that he's of age where he's in school and stuff like that, I would never want someone to see a video that he's in with me, someone else make some sort of derogatory or negative video based upon that, not necessarily in the context that it was filmed in, and then him be harshed on at school. So I've got to take, even though that's out there, I constantly kind of put a target on me by stepping out and doing things like the Lego Community Saturday stream and the Seller stream and stuff like that, because there's a portion of me in each of those shows that people will hate. It's the internet and people are dicks. So there you go. So I'm doing this now. You know, I've geared it more instead of like, hey, look at all the great stuff I get. Sometimes that was a bit of a mistake and I went a little bit overboard. I'd say probably 87% of the time I was way overboard. And now I'm catching up on it. And that's what a lot of this is. I literally, after retirement, probably didn't need to buy anything to keep the Lego store active and running for a year, maybe a year and a half, because of the back stock of sets that I've accumulated beforehand with constant reinvestment into the store. But I digress as normal, as always, off topic, on topic. It's my topic. Let's see. We have the end of the. I'll get to opening the box. Calm down. I know that's like the treasured prize that people like to look at on the whole thing. So, un momento, por favorage. I gotta get through my spiels. We'll have the end of the modular giveaway for the Parisian. We'll end on the 28th to be drawn live on the 2nd. That's to give a couple days for people to get their tickets. Don't forget to hold on to yours. We're about halfway through, maybe a little bit more. We're definitely more than halfway through. The next, the 100 ticket giveaway, and that's the social media subscriber special. 100 tickets given away. You get a ticket for making a $25 or more purchase, $25 or more purchase in the store. With a $100 purchase, you get 5 tickets instead of 4. And I've got to put this out there to you guys with regards to that. One person can really dominate that, and it's happened 3 out of 3 times so far. And I really don't want any negativity taken upon that one person, because they can dominate the game very easily. And I'm thinking about placing restrictions on it so that you would get a maximum of like 10 tickets per order, 20 tickets per round, or something like that, so that it makes it a little bit fair. Because as some of you guys know, we have a Lego artist that's a supporter of our stores, we being a supporter of their work, and they placed some substantial orders in our store. They just placed an order in our store, and it was 57 tickets out the window. So good on me, but I sort of feel that it may be weighted that way. I normally, pretty much, he's the only individual that is a business that is included in the game, and that's because he is an individual and also a business. And I hate to place restrictions because of that, but I can see people who want to actually have it and have fun and enjoy like the chance to get it. I don't want them to be discouraged and be like, screw it, like dude's gonna win it anyways, no matter what. So input on that, even if in private, is appreciated. Let's see. I think we're getting close on this, the bingoage. We're up to 50-something numbers. I don't know how far people are away on that. I'm having a couple people ask me now where the bingo game even is. So if you did not know, it has moved over to the Big B Games alt channel. That's the only thing on there. It's not like I sit there and I'm also a professional video game player. I am not. I have rank amateur status due to time restrictions as far as video gaming, although I am an avid fan. it's just a game over there because it's an absolute channel killer. Literally, people hate it. It's one of those things like either you buy from the store and you watch it, or what is this shit? So I have to. I'm trying to add a little bit more content to it. Trying to pressure people to remember to add a drawer number to it, even though I forget. You know, I have to remind them as well a lot of times. So get on me about it. Get on your fellow buyers as well on it. It was one of the things that people said that they always liked about the old reverse hauls that I did, was the drawer number. So I'm here to please. Other things in my store vlog lifeage. Next week or next month is Space Month on LEGO Community Saturday stream. I am looking for volunteers to host. I do not want to host every Saturday of the month. I do want it to be roving around to give exposure to other channels like it used to. That's something that it's near and dear to my heart. I know it's a flicker and flame. I know that a lot of people are showing up for it just because they also don't want to see it die, but the heart isn't always there as it used to be. And I would love input on bringing the heart back to it. There's a lot of clicks, which is fine. It's life. Life is clicks. They're friendships in the LEGO community. And although it's possibly unintended, I feel it's more shattered, slivered than always, just because everybody's got their own space now instead of having to share a space. And it's really easy to, call it privatize yourself when you have your own space. And I've done it as well, and I try to get myself out of it. So just something that I reflect upon. Yeah, comment, it's hard to bring the heart back. Hearts get damaged when so many people attack each other nowadays, and that's very true. I hate, I've been talking about it, I hate the drama. It's fucking LEGO. I don't get the drama, but I also do because it's YouTube, and it's YouTube, and YouTube is, hey, look at me, pay attention to me. I mean, look at this. I'm talking to myself in a room by myself to a bunch of text in a window. How crazy is that, to be completely honest with you? And yeah, it's the internet, and people are dicks. So it is hard to do that, and it is hard to put yourself out there to do this stuff. And at the same time, I still was thinking about it this morning. Like, the reason why I do this is because I have kids, and I want them to have a safe place on the internet. Let's be honest. Internet is just shite, and I want them to have a space something that is interesting to them, not something that is, approved by Amazon or something like that. So I try my best, but yeah, it is hard to go out there and do that. And I actually considered putting some humor on that, and just basing humor upon all the stupid drama that's out there right now. And I was thinking about starting an occasional show on that other LEGO show. I've got ideas for who I'd like to co-host with me. Just a show called "What the Fuck Is This LEGO Drama?" And it would just chronicle stupidity in the community, not necessarily making fun of people, but just being like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, why? Why are people getting so... Anyways, name pending, ideas input, always good. But let go of the red LEGO drama. Yeah, I wanted something with a little more kick. It's not on this channel, so I don't have direct affiliation with the store, so I don't have to play as much, a nice guy on it. Not that I'd be a jerk, just I'd be able to actually and truly give my opinion instead of keeping it candid and safe for retail, although that is risky and I probably should always shy away from that. Because again, it's retail. People shop with their opinion, with their buck, and I can tell you that it sucks when you're on the downside of an opinion. But over here, this comes from Father and Son. This is from 2016, the month of July. July 20th, in fact. I placed an order. There was 361 lots, 3,000 items, $172 back then, not including shipping. Label has been removed for everyone's safety, but here you go. What I get to deal with for the next week to keep up my end. Oop, don't throw that away. My end of my bargain to keep myself motivated. So I don't have to move this again. One piece of bubble that I will reuse. I recently restocked all of my bubble because I placed 50 individual orders in Toys R Us for 5X of the Nexo Nights activity case thing, basically 5X light bluish gray 16 by 16 plates and a bunch of other stuff. It's just stuff. A exclusive. I gotta stop doing the finger quote thing. The exclusive Star Wars minifigure, whatever exclusive means anymore, and then something, whether it be the brick box that I just did 10401, some of the Joffreys or Jeffries or however you pronounce his name that were on sale for $3 and change, minifigures, some random poly bag that was on sale, whatever, like something to fill the bill up to $29 to receive free shipping. But based upon those 50 orders, almost all of them shipped out of the same warehouse in Illinois, and I received 120 packages. That right there, you should question why Toys R Us is going under. How much postage is that? And it was all free. Well, included in the price of purchase. Nothing's free. All right, so would you guys prefer to see the data side or the brick side? Because the data side, actually, I got set up beforehand. I even annotated what was new based upon a plus so people could view that. I've got set up the original price versus the price differential as well to see what the margin is based upon 2 years of just sitting and everything else. Or you can just stare at stuff you may have seen already. Doesn't look like anything's rare or speckle in here. It may have been new back then, but it's sitting for years. I will not get into the latest drama that's occurred. I think it's just SMH. But honestly, I would like to see, I put an annotation over on Iceberg Bricks video. Good video on what happened. Go check it out. Put a message over there, a comment. This is something that I would actually like to see a Brickbusters on. I think that would be absolutely hilarious. All right, we have one person. Data side. All right, yeah, so pretty much overwhelmingly data side. Like, you've seen this shit before. All right. All right, here we have the unadulterated file. Just has, of course, pluses for new to the store, checks for existing inventory, um, some of which was actually just added last week. Like I said, I put 150 new lots in last week. I'm hoping to do 200 this, just to push myself. But like I said, nothing special. 361 lots, so this would be considered a large set, purchased on sale. This would be a onesie purchase that I'm basically parting out and putting in the store and dedicating part of the week to. Might have even been, anyways, this is the time range of when this came out. These were brand spanking. That was super dirt cheap. Some stuff, I could still say why. That was a good pickup. All right. Control A, Control G, 6-month average. That's always annoying. Thank you, Windows 10. I hate you too. All right. Oh, got one. I paid too much for that brick. All right. That's nothing. Oh, well. But a thing. So not bad. Good shopping by me. This guy, undetermined, but he'll definitely at least be stripped of his trophy and plate. Be sold separately. Might even rip them all down, especially if I don't have any hair. And legs. I absolutely love these legs that are in this set. These things are awesome. These are my new favorite little girl legs. Pair these things with a skirt and a little girl top, and I could put my daughter's head on there, and that would totally be her as far as the way she likes to dress up and stuff, with like rain boots, a pair of shorts, and a tutu. Like, love it. Right. But not bad overall. Largest price differential was 81 cents for 8 black 16 by 8 tiles. Oh, that's a nice piece. Here they are. Oh, yes, and that's the other one I liked. The 8 by 8 round tile. So that one's definitely a personal pickup. These were ones that I was picking up back then because I wanted to be able to pop them on a train. Damn it, that's freaking loud and annoying. That's mine. That's mine. That might not be. That's mine. Right. For right now, that's mine. For right now. If I don't claim it now, I'll forget, and I'll force myself to follow the golden rule, which is if you're not using it, sell it. Or it's at least got to be listed in the store. That's the golden rule. Oh, I do have some of these available. No, I don't. I just didn't mark it properly. All right. So you guys are looking at data. What did you want to see? Or is it just, do you want me to go slowly through it so you can meander what's going to be added to the store and what's going to break my heart over the next week for me doing all the stupid stuff like buying one camera at a time or one by six plate? Oh, man. It was a different time, I tell you. It was a different time. It was a much smaller store. I was very into the going to other stores and buying the cool shit stage, no matter what. One blue headlight. Why, Brendan? Why? That's cool. All right. I like that. I didn't know that came in dark blue. Good pickup. I always like those. No idea. No idea why I got 12 Tony Stark tiles on this very specific Spider-Man print that will sit for years. No clue. Total price difference was a double. I do like these a lot. Yeah, this was definitely in the Scooby-Doo release period because of the items in here. That's a great printed boat piece right there. Yes, I did pick up some Lego Batman series too, but I haven't opened a single one yet. We still have to schedule and open up our Ninjago movie ones to complete them first. So we just got to find time to get back into doing that. But I'm not going to force anybody to do anything. Thank goodness I picked up one of those 1x4 printed tiles with that. Oh, thank God. And one of the 1x6 yellow tiles. Woo! Man, I was certainly stupid back then. Not to say that the element is a bad element for any reason, but I gotta tell you, based upon experience in this, which also, this is what leads to the shame pile under the stairs. It's those onesies. Oh my God, why the hell did I buy this? This is ridiculous. What drawer is this in? Way over there? Oh, crap. That leads to the, it being just, no, like, why did I do this? Don't be placing brick link orders at 3 a.m. But those are when some of the German sellers open. All right. Yes, there are people that keep office hours on Bricklink and open and close their store based upon their 9-to-5 job. I think it's because of different tax laws in different countries. And although that is weird and not what is used to on the internet, it's the internet and anything goes. So, tonight's my late night. I got 2 extra hours to sleep in the morning, which means that I get until 8:30 to snooze away. Pretty awesome sauce right there. I got myself a big cup of coffee for the night. I have 12 orders left to pull. I've already done the big heavy dogs for the night. Got those done earlier on when the kids were both at school, so that I could try. It's nice to have low hanging fruit at night. To be honest with you, it's nice to have those less than 10 lot orders to pull at night. Although they're not the ones that put the fancy peanut butter on the bread. They're the ones that basically buy the bread too. So I got real big boy work to do this week. I have got to force myself to open up an alt email account so I can open up another PayPal account for doing microtransactions. I will be doing a little reporting on that on the seller stream. Fu recently did it with much success. He had said that there was somewhat of a curve to it, which is fine. You know, it's big boy pant wearing shit. But I'm willing to give it a whirl too. He's been incredibly helpful with me as far as keeping me motivated. It's good to have somebody like that. Because really good point by Xfinity 21 last night is you can't talk Lego store shit to your wife, your husband, your mates, or in English, that's buddies, or in American, that's buddies, or dudes. And you got to talk to you guys about it. So you might as well get along with each other and not be super ultra competitive, because who else you got to talk to about it, man? You got to get it out that you did something, this, that, or the next thing, and that you're proud of yourself. For instance, Learn Brick just came on. He posted a picture a month or so ago that he was doing 10401, and he was, you know, his thing was he was really enjoying the tile and like the tile on it. And that was cool too, but I popped that thing open and looked at it in Brickstock, not Brickstore, Brickstock for everybody. Just making a little fun, kit and bill, don't worry, bro. And I loved the pieces in there and thought, wow, he made a really good decision. I'm gonna do that too. And you know, it took me a month to a month and a half from when his post was to do what I did. So he most likely got rid of almost all of his stuff that was high demand out of there. So it's nice to, you know, be able to quote a deal from someone, but also, you know, I try to do the respectful time allow, so I don't walk all over people, you know, because I do tend to do. He just said you doubled up on me. I did. I don't want to walk all over people. When I do the big ones, it's usually a brick box, and everybody knows that. So try to play nice, except for most recently because I scored the 60 copies of Doctor Strange for 10 bones each. And that was a okay. Yes, you basically there's no saying no to that. But those will still be going in. I've got not going to share this one, but I will give you the number of what's coming in bound in the next week. 38,733 pieces in that order, 12,697 in that order, and then 4,223 in that order. But I recently took a venture overseas and had my own private little episode of International Brick. And I went to the Czech Republic. And I had shopped at the store before. It's a respectable store. It's established. It's been around for a while. They've got 500,000 plus pieces in there. Great selection, good people, all that. Don't doubt any of it. But I'm not a resident of the EU. And they tried to enforce VAT on it. For those that don't know, that is value-added tax, which is applied to all residents of the EU, or items that are being shipped into the EU. You have to prove that they will be leaving the EU by filing afterwards. But if you are shipping directly out of the EU, you are exempt from having to pay it. Well, I placed a $150 order, which suddenly became a $250 order. Little head scratch, but there were some fees, and you know, the wonderful 5% PayPal, you cover my cost of doing business fee, which I hate. In the States, we are not allowed to include any fee for banking because it's against federal law, because we're not that type of institution. So you're not allowed to charge a PayPal surcharge fee, even a flat rate for it. You may call it something else and do it, which I don't know why, but people do. but you may not specifically call it PayPal for a fee. Anyways, they have that as well to cover their stuff because their PayPal is a little bit more. Fu was telling me that he read something in someplace over yonder. I think it might have been in Singapore. It was like a 4.4% tax from PayPal instead of what you normally get here. But anyways, after a lot of very pleasant back and forth, and me just pointing out, I finally posted something on the forum concerning it, and I had a lot of excellent feedback. Some of it snipey, but you'll have that. It's the internet. That's fine. It says nothing poor about those people. Don't think that I'm saying that, because they're all very helpful and in agreement, which is very, very, very rare on a Bricklink forum post. But stated that if the conversation first started out that maybe Czech Republic is different, then some additional, more experienced buyer-onlys came in. So we're talking the big collectors and builders that throughout Europe. A couple made comments that this is why they avoid the Czech Republic for stupid charges like this. Every store above 1 million does this stuff. You can't avoid it. It's supposed to be. And then they went into the sellers jumped in and said, okay, here's the legal ramification on it. This is how the law is written. It's written for all EU residents this way because it's an EU tax, not an individual country tax. And they went back and forth of us not having to pay it versus exempt. And then they finally agreed that, yes, we are obligated to pay it, but we are automatically exempt because we are paying through PayPal. Payment on PayPal shows a delivery address outside of the EU. And right there, that can be used by any seller in defense in case an audit did happen. So technical shit aside, like basically, I found out that the customs form that we fill out here in the States is also called a CN 2223, which is what they were saying I would have to pay a fee to complete. Stated nicely that this is what it was. Asked for a re-invoice. Then we would consider me adding more to the order because their stipulation originally was, yeah, we have to charge you VAT, but if you've spent 5,000 or 3,000 or however many thousand krona, if you spend 5,000 krona untaxed, we'll untax your order. And I was like, all right, so I have to pay a tax that I'm not supposed to pay. But if I spend even more money with you, you'll remove what you're not even supposed to have there. That's the way it came across. It might not have been intended, but that's the way it came across. And that discussion is there on the Bricklink forum as well from other people. But it's a good read, especially if you consider going shopping overseas, to some of the things that you can look forward to. It came to find out that the Czech Post does not issue a CN 2223 form until that $5,000 krona limit is hit on the taxation for the shipment. The seller could probably falsify the forms and say that 5,000 krona was spent. I would not ask or encourage anybody to do that because you also do not know on the far end what the tax is on the recipient, and you could have just placed some enormous tax on them that they then have to pay. You should always declare what it's paid. If it's 40-something bucks, I put down $40 just because it's just easier. 40, boom, 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 and it clears me through. It's pretty accurate because there's shipping included, and shipping is ungodly now from U.S. to anywhere else. So thank you, members of Congress, for voting that up, for instilling that we have some ridiculous retirement policy for USPS workers that goes far beyond what they even want or ask for, and also taking all kinds of money away from USPS every year that they earn and could go towards infrastructure and rebuilding the company and making it more competitive. But yeah, you use it to pay for other programs. Yay. Anyways, see if there's anything else. Watch the Saturday stream. I have to shop overseas because I'm not allowed to buy from Lego. That's what it comes down to. I'm banned. Lego does not want my money. I bought too much from them at one time and made a mistake, and something was missing. And as soon as I called in and said something was missing, I was referred to another department. As soon as you get to that department, it's an automatic kickup of an algorithm. And of course, I failed the algorithm. You know. Anyways, we've got, I think, a haul coming in from my old Happy Hunting Grounds. I gotta hang the rest of the stack-ons that I picked up last couple weeks. Trying to do more big boy grown-up stuff, like actually putting up a whiteboard to record some of these things, pressing myself to find the time to draw up a design to do business cards with, and all that good lot stuff that I need to do. Keep on me, tease me nicely, ask me about it, all that stuff. Just remind me that I should do that because I'm a big boy. I don't mind. I'm asking you to help me. I got a lot on my plate, and I need reminders every once in a while that I've got to run just a little bit faster. So, I think that's it. That's all. Yeah, Coldwater Vistaprint is my friend. That's who I want to go to. I'm sure there's a million codes out there. It's just, it leads down the road to, I need to come up with a logo for myself still, which means just dedicating some time to, you know, sketching something up and going from there. I just want to get an original logo for myself, so got to figure it out. I've got to figure out how to get splat into there and some other things. By the way, did you design your stamp? Which stamp? I am the originator, although late adopter of the approved stamp. I do have a Bricks Out stamp. I have a Big B Brick stamp. I have a stamp that goes on the raffle cards. I have a huge stamp right here that says, follow our YouTube and Instagram account for all our giveaways and deals. www.bigbbricks.com. Hashtag shopbigbbricks. That, you know, is implemented for a little while. And then this fancy doodad right here. You're talking about this probably. Don't forget to build your SIG head. Go to Philly, have fun, come and visit us. Don't forget to encourage everyone to follow along the Epic Rack battle there. I'm hoping that people actually will step forward and want to have fun and do that on during the Red Brick District and have a epic rap battle. To me, in my personal opinion, I believe that my friend Bricks for Chris looks a lot like Eminem, and I would love to hear him do a Lego rendition of an Eminem song. You know, with pigs flying and all kinds of shit like that. So that's at least what I heard about that. Yeah, I can't drag it out anymore. I don't know anything else I need to inform or say or be braggart about myself about. Oh, next part out. Okay, check this out. Next part out is the reds. The reds of last year's brick boxes. That's it. That's all. Oh, I did say that I was going to give an update to the Bricks for Soldiers. So logistically, I've come to the ultimate decision, and I've tried a lot, very hard to make the original idea happen with getting brick to folks in the field. It's not feasible. There's ways, but there's not ways. It would take mountains to move to really make that happen, along with internal DoD influence, which I don't have. So I'm going the route of VA. And what I'm doing is reaching out to some buddies of mine that were in the service if they know anybody who is working in the who's working the brain over in the VA, and seeing if there's any way, if they're friends with them type of thing, or they have a good relationship with them, put me in touch with them, and that way I can sort of just shoot them an email and refer them to a few articles that have been written about Lego and PTSDs. See if I can say, hey, there's a service available, me, and I would like to do this, and would you be willing to implement it, and how can we work this out, that this is an ongoing thing, that it's not like you provide the one set to the soldier and then it's gone. This would be like an in-house sort of therapy thing, I would think. I've got some buddies from college that actually work at the VA in Rochester that work with the folks where they're working on PTSD. So as far as like the full-on, not just treating people, I'm talking about like the people, the research scientists, excuse me, to see if they have anything to say and ideas, because it might just be that, I say something to somebody and then there's a spark and they're like, yeah, if we did this and this. So anyways, that's what I would like. It was really great sending the one soldier in the field, the set, but ultimately, like, I don't have a lot of bang for my personal buck. I could definitely put my family in the poorhouse doing this, but I can't do that. I want to be able to, like, I just want to be able to get the most bang out of my buck. I want this to be able to be more than just, boom, gone, boom, gone, boom, gone. I'd rather it be a long time type of therapy. But anyways, that's where I'm going with that. So be contacting the folks with Wounded Warrior here in Pennsylvania, since it's an independent organization of the national, to see if they can help as well. So, all right, that is it. Finally, I remembered everything. I think that is all. I think. Yes. Have a good week. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your purchases and your support, whether it be in a monetary way or in a way of just, via your friendship, your camaraderie, your writing, your likes. Likes are actually, when you're doing this, I didn't give a shit about likes at all before, when I had a job besides Lego. Now I know how much more the outward appearance matters. So if you're a fan, I appreciate the half a second that it takes for you to hit the like button. If you're new, I really appreciate subscribe. It's good to have new people on board. And as I try to build up the Saturday stream to the past glory that it was, it's good to have fresh faces in there as well as the old, to keep that energy and love alive. Because even though there's a lot of hatred out there in the Lego community, and it's really easy to see. It's easy to see the hatred. It just flies, and it's vitriol, and it's covered with just dung and just it's so pungently nasty. Even if you try to look away and avoid, and have the people that are throwing the shit, they're blocked, and because you don't want to know about them. As soon as you smelled them and saw their fart, you're like, I'm out. This is bad news. And every report you ever got about them was incredibly bad news as well. And interstate, laws were broken, stuff like that. Anyways, that you still smell the stench. Just remember that there are beautiful Lego flowers that are new elements out there that you can find. There are wonderful new things to appeal to you creatively, and concentrate on that shit. Don't sweat people with small anythings. Getting so whatever. All right, so that's about as politically correct as I can do on that. I think we're done, and I think that's over. I probably lost a dozen sales from followers of theirs. I don't really give a shit because I got to say that. and hopefully people. All right. Good night. Go in. Yeah, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, go check out Iceberg Bricks video. Pretty good. It's his latest one, about 22 minutes long. It's good, and I really enjoyed. I already have a Mr. Hyde channel. It's called That Other Lego Show. I really had never taken the perspective of an LE, law enforcement individual, into account for it and stuff from there. And you can really, as you watch the video, see the gears turn as he's considering all these what ifs in his video. It's a good take on it. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, you know, he's got nothing to lose, so he pours most of it out. So that's it. That's all. I'm Big Brick. Thanks for joining.